Let's tackle the 7 biggest fundraising mistakes. So are you a founder who's fundraising or just hoping someone funds you? Because there's a big difference. If you're in the early stages, bootstrapping or applying for grants, you're probably making at least 3 of these 7 common fundraising mistakes, and it's silently killing your momentum. I work with thousands of founders, and these are the patterns that separate those who get checks from those who stay stuck. So as a pitch and fundraising expert who's helped founders raise over 50 million in grants and venture capital, these are the mistakes I see on a weekly basis. Number 6 and 7 are probably the most common, but let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is you haven't figured out what type of capital is actually right for you in your stage. So many founders just jump straight to VC without considering whether they should or what's most sustainable for their stage. There's everything from equity to debt to non-dilutive grants, revenue-based financing, friends and family, crowdfunding, and customer financing, all with different expectations and timelines. So just because you're a startup doesn't mean you're a fit for venture capital. Figure out your funding fit before you chase the wrong money. So mistake number 2 is you're getting advice from the wrong mentors or advisors. Maybe you're taking advice from a relative who ran a restaurant, but you're a tech startup, or your friend who's also figuring it out too. They mean well, but are they where you want to be? So find mentors who have already raised the kind of money that you're looking for or achieved what you want in the type of industry that you're in with the outcomes that you want. So you don't want to just take any advice because everyone's going to have an opinion about your startup no matter the stage. Take advice from people who have already won the game that you're trying to play. Mistake number 3 is you're obsessed with the pitch deck. Look, your deck matters, but it's not what's going to convert the check at the end of the day. Founders spend weeks building slides, but can't clearly explain what their business is in a couple sentences or without having to show a visual. Focus on the message first with clarity, confidence, and communication in a proper order. The deck is a sidekick. It's not going to replace your communication. I've also helped tons of founders raise capital without ever needing to show a pitch deck, so I'm just speaking from experience. Mistake number 4 is you're not curating clear, specific asks. You get on a call and say, we're raising funding and open to conversations, or we're looking to hire. That's super vague and it's weak. And someone isn't going to be able to take action from that. It forces the investor or stakeholder to do all the work. So instead, try something like, we're raising X amount to grow sales to Y amount and hire a technical lead. We've closed 150K and are looking for strategic angels with X industry experience. That's a real ask. So be specific and make it easy for the right people to say yes. Mistake number 5 is you haven't internalized that being a founder takes insane sacrifice. You can't be part-time into a full-time investment. Funders are backing obsession, not a side hustle. So are you at least willing to go all in? Do you know what you're giving up? Because if you're not sold on the dream, no one else is going to be either. An investor will never be as passionate as you. And mistake number 6 is you're saying yes to money without vetting for strategy. Not all money is good money. The right investor opens doors. The wrong one is going to add stress, misalignment, and maybe even legal risk and more trouble down the road. So don't just accept the first check that comes your way. Do they bring experience? Do they understand your mission? Are they willing to make introductions in your space if they have them? Do they support or control? Strategic money is always greater than fast money. And mistake number 7 is you're fundraising from people you haven't built a relationship with. If you're reaching out only when you need the money, it's already too late. Fundraising starts months before you raise. You can follow investors, engage and comment on their content, send occasional updates, ask the KPIs they want to see when you're ready, or feedback, because you're not asking for funding, especially in the early days. You're not building a pitch list, you're building a relationship funnel. So as a recap of the 7 biggest fundraising mistakes, make sure you choose the right type of capital. Don't take advice from mentors who haven't done what you want to do or what you want to achieve. Don't obsess over the pitch deck instead of your pitch. And don't make vague or unclear asks. Be willing to go all in and understand the sacrifice required. Don't take money without evaluating if it's a strategic fit. And don't wait too long to build investor relationship. I want to know which one hit home the hardest for you. Drop it in the comments below and be sure to subscribe for more fundraising and startup content. I'm going to read every single comment. So if you're ready to raise smart capital and build a fundamental message, whether it's grants or actually getting funded from investors, click the links below for more support and share this with a founder who needs to hear it.